Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Waterbury First Amendment Auditor. This video will be my first audit. It will be of the Waterbury Police Department, and it's in response to a video I seen where Northeast Auditor was arrested just for filming on the public sidewalk. So we're going to try it. See if they've learned their lesson or what. Well, let's get into the video. Okay, everybody. Waterbury First Amendment Auditor here, doing a recording of the Waterbury Police Department for the second time. First time my battery went dead, so I probably won't be using that again. Well, I probably won't be using that video. Let me remind everybody, this is the place where Northeast Auditor was arrested for doing nothing but filming in public on a public sidewalk, just as I am. So we're going to make sure we get full coverage of this police department all the way around it, since streets go all the way around it. Make sure everything seen from public will be recorded, or I'll try my best to do that. Earlier when I recorded, had two officers walk by me, fully cordial. They didn't actually state anything to me or stop me or anything like that. The only thing that they did do is one passed by me and said, "How's it going?" The other one passed by me and said, "What's up?" That's it. No real interactions. So let's see if I could get a full video this time. I'll make a few passes around the building and probably show you guys what I could see from public, as that's fully legal to record. Let's see how it goes this time. And this time, just like last time, I do have my press ID on me. Just to show everybody. They do have, for the outside of their building, they do have no trespassing signs. Tells you where the public entrance is. Not going to trespass. Just going to stay on public sidewalks as allowed. That's their youth division down there. Right in front of us is the mobile command unit. Interesting to see it just parked on the street. I do realize they're charging it. Big electrical cable going to it. And it looks like they have some kind of DAG cable, probably Ethernet. Just kind of interesting they would just have it parked blatantly in front of the police department when normally most police departments keep it in a secured area when it's not in use. There's signs on their door state that it is the Waterbury Police Department and all visitors must stop at the front desk. Oh, we're not going inside. We don't have to worry about that. When they arrested Northeast Auditor, they tried to claim that it was a security issue. However, doesn't seem to be a problem any other time. Which, they do have cameras all over their building as well, recording public. So, and honestly speaking, since I had no interactions earlier, when I did my first recording, I do not expect interactions this time. And as you guys can see, I do stay moving. That's just that they can't claim that I'm interfering with pedestrian traffic or anything like that. Because that's a claim that some police departments can make, and they actually have the right to under certain laws. You can't obstruct sidewalks. So if I was sitting there just blatantly recording, standing in the center of the sidewalk, they could claim I was obstructing the sidewalk, but I'm just going to stay moving. That way there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just, I'm doing what I'm doing. I was actually really surprised earlier that I didn't have no interactions when several officers actually did see me. And one officer, well, two officers in particular, I don't know if they were off duty or whether they were just like undercovers. They had no uniform on. They did have a badge, gun, you know, the typical stuff. But they had no uniform on. They walked directly by me, never said a word to me at all. Other than the what's up and how's it going. That was it. They got several vehicles in there. That's one of the entrances to their parking lot. And yeah, as you guys can see up there in the corner of the building, that's some other cameras. There's more around front. Hey, it looks like we got what they call the paddy wagon out here. Van typically used for transport. Paddy wagon's old terminology. Honestly, don't even know if they still call it that anymore. But like I said, there's their mobile command unit. Since we're back around front now. They got another camera right there above their door. If you guys can see it. Right at the center of their door. I heard somebody yell First Amendment audit, which they are correct. More cameras up there. So let me go back around this way. Okay, once again, like I said, if they were going to bother me, they probably would have did it by now. Northeast Auditor, sorry if I'm quoting your name incorrectly, but I believe that's what your name was only out here less than 5 minutes, I believe. And they came and nabbed him right away. So, no interactions whatsoever. So, let me go see. I think tomorrow I'll go ahead and hit one of the substations that they have. We have several places we can hit. Quite a few of them in general. They have several substations here. So go ahead, get the substations. Probably tomorrow. Hit one a day, probably. That seems reasonable. If people have places in particular they'll like to see, just hit me up in the comments. I'll try and keep an eye on them so that I can give you guys the content you want. But that shall be it for today. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything. Well, let me take one more walk around this way. Minutes already. They know I'm out here. Guaranteed. I knew I was out here way earlier. They're gonna know now. come back up here on another day without my press credentials because they're not needed. Press don't have to provide ID to state that they are press. Yeah, looks like we're good today. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I've heard several sirens. Still hear a siren. Yeah, it's funny. One vehicle left the police department yet. Not in any kind of code. I guess all the cops that they have that are needed are out right now. Normally this place is kind of flutter with activity as far as police coming and going. We're at 17 minutes now. No interactions. Not that I'm praying for interaction, I prefer none. Don't want trouble. Shouldn't have trouble. So, looks like this could be called a well. Okay, everybody, as you can see, no interactions, none whatsoever. All in all, I guess you could say they successfully passed this time. I may do it in the future without having press credentials on me. I always carry a copy of Article 1 of the state constitution in my pocket, though, because Article 1 of the state constitution does protect the freedom of press. So, I'll always have that in my pocket, but not necessarily always have my press ID on. We'll see how it goes in the future. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.